known as the healing frequency. This is the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We are here each and every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. Once again, 11 a.m. to 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. Our Facebook page is Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. Once again, Facebook, Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. And our site is createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Our website is createyourholisticlifestyle.com. This show is live. The call-in number is 310-928-7733. So if you have a question for the host, or you have something to share, or you'd like to talk to the co-host, or you want to talk to the guest, give us a call at 310-928-7733. All right, let's get started. Dr. Brookh, how you doing?
I'm doing great. It's actually a sunny day in Wisconsin today. We'll take it.
Woohoo!
I know. Gosh, I want to get in that garden so badly, but doesn't seem like it's going to happen anytime soon.
That's all right. We got a lot to keep us busy. Roe v. versus Wade. Oh, my goodness. What the heck's going on, Doc?
That's a great question. We don't know. We don't know.
My goodness. I just don't know what to think anymore. I don't even know where I want to live. I mean, what's next?
I know. Yeah, and you're in California. I could.
Yeah. Yeah, my goodness. They're going to be telling me what color tomatoes to eat. No, you can no longer eat the red ones. Eat the green ones. You know.
Right.
It's the wild, wild west, I tell you.
It is.
But how's your new business going?
Oh, fantastic. I mean, just, it's so, in all my years of chiropractic, where we're always talking about how the body works, and, people legit want more health, but they just don't really know how to move that dial for themselves. And then it takes commitment and longevity. Well, I gotta say, in my, February 21st, I started. In those short few months, everybody wants to know how their body works, because this is like everything, where they want the fat loss. And so if they want the fat loss, they've got to do the things that physiologically are how your body works, or it won't work. And so all of a sudden their ears are piped up and they're like, oh, that makes sense. They want to know how the body works, or I've been trying to teach them that for like 20 years. So it's been fun. I'm just loving it. And, one of the things I'm pretty sure we're going to naturally trend to today, I don't know if you're feeling this, Johnathan, but it's like we make these decisions. We want to like do better for ourselves because, maybe our health is not where we want it to be, or our weight isn't. But then everybody else's things crowd in, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, where did I go again? Like I lost myself again. And that's happening to a lot of people right now. So I don't know if it's cosmic or the news. I don't know what it is, but we're all feeling a little bit worn and torn right now. So,
I'm going to share something with you. I used to read a lot of books on self-help and so forth, and then the brain. Yeah. And the one thing that was always consistent is, the brain is like a computer. And I realized this a little bit later on in my old age, you know what I mean? But the main thing that the books were always saying were, you put these notes everywhere, you know what I mean, to constantly keep yourself aware, programmed. I call it being programmed at this point. Otherwise, you lose those things you want to work on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because other thoughts come in there and you get, kind of sidetracked. But if you wake up every morning, like I have something that I look at, I say to myself, I am healthy. I remember to exercise, I tell my body positive things. And then I get going. My first thing I say is I wake up in the morning and say, hey, what will the son of a king do today? And I'm grateful. And I just keep moving. So I kind of keep it, that in place. So if I'm always doing that, I can pretty much stay on track.
Yep. I thank myself for my body every morning. I don't know. I started it years ago. And just be like, thank you for this body and for this warm bed, because there's people around the world who don't even know what that is. Like, let alone don't have it right now. Some people don't even know it. It exists. So I'm blessed every morning to wake up like that,
Boy, I tell you. All right. So, listen, we've got a great show today. We're going to be talking about relationships. And I'm telling you, I think a lot of people learned a lot about them during the pandemic.
Absolutely.
Because they definitely were in places and spent too much time with certain people. So I think there's something to be said there. So I look forward to our guest today. We're going to take our commercial break. We're going to come right back with our featured guest. This is the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We'll be right back.
My name is Michelle. I am the beauty boss of A More Beautiful You with Jafra Cosmetics. What is so wonderful about Jafra is that it is an essential business and fits into everyday needs for everyone in your family. Jafra offers over 500 products within 4 departments, and they are, department number 1 is our skincare department with our 5 exclusive Royal Jelly skincare lines powered by our Royal Jelly RJX technology. Number 2 is our on-trend gorgeous color and makeup line, a must-see. Number 3 is our fragrance from the world's top perfumers. And department number 4 is our body care for the entire family. Just added is our daily advanced hand sanitizers in 2 sizes. I invite you to visit my website to see more of a more beautiful you with Jafra. My website is www.amorebeautiful-u.com. That is www.amorebeautiful-u.com. Thank you and stay safe and well.
Hello, it's Dr. Vic. Finding the right supplement for your health can be very challenging. After years of research, I finally found the one supplement that made a difference. Fountain of Life, a Norwegian spruce extract. It's simply a game changer. Just 10 drops a day can make all of the difference. For more information, visit myopulence.com/Dr. Vic under health. That's myopulence.com/DRVIC. Fountain of Life is not a cure for any disease or ailment, but simply nature's powerful plant antioxidant. Stay well, my friends.
Welcome to the hemp industry, including new product CBD-based discoveries is here. It is a smart, organic personal care option today. Industrial hemp is one of the fastest growing segments of the wellness industry and is quickly emerging as a lucrative business opportunity for many. This emerging industry strives to create products that are designed to revolutionize the way people care for themselves. These products are well formulated to produce the finest quality of dietary supplements on the market, derived from industrial hemp containing proprietary CBD compounds that help support the body's endocannabinoid system. For more information regarding hemp, nano water soluble CBD, CBD pet care, CBD choices for your complete body, and receive your home delivery, visit the Lifestyle Store at www.createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Once again, the Lifestyle Store. It's at www.createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Health is the new wealth. Yes, you're here right here. Health is the new wealth. So we're going to bring on our special guest today, Julia Vassina. She is a certified master in hypnotherapy. She's a wellness coach, detoxing, rejuvenation, and longevity coach. She also has other credentials: Neuro-Linguistic programming, Reiki practitioner, past life regression practitioner, Integrative Quantum medicine, Handwriting and analysis practitioner, Reconnective healing practitioner, and Theta healing practitioner. And of course, the timeline therapy practitioner, which is very, very interesting field. Julie, how you doing?
Hi, guys. How are you? I'm great.
Oh, I'm wonderful. I can't wait to hear about this discussion today of relationships.
Relationship, yes.
This is very, very, very important. So let's just dive right into this, Julia. Tell us what the current climate is and how relationship is defined. What does it mean now? I mean, how would someone define? Yeah, when someone says you're in a relationship, what's the kind of thoughts that come into mind when someone says that? I choose you, you chose me, we're together. Don't see this person, don't see that person. Is it an open relationship? Are things understood? Are things implied? I mean, there's a lot these days to consider.
Oh yeah. Yes, relationship.
boy, girl.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we're living in a very complicated time right now. So much stress, so it's adding to the stress to the relationship, right? Relationship with somebody else, with the person, romantic relationship. Actually, first it starts with yourself. Relationship to yourself. What I mean by that, if we need to find out if you love yourself or not. Do you respect yourself? And from that depends what kind of relationship you will form in the future. And everybody's talking about love, right? Love for love yourself. Yeah, but how to determine even what does it mean to love yourself? It's kind of hard because you kind of like yourself, right? You think you love yourself, but do you really? And to find out about it, you have to look and analyze your past relationships, how the person was treating you.
I hate this thought that came into my mind, Julia. I mean, I just hate this thought. It seems like it'd be harder for me to love myself with no money. You know.
Money is important.
You know, when you were speaking about it, that's what came into mind. I'd have a lot more love for myself if I had a lot more money. You know what I mean? A lot less stress. I don't know why they came into my mind. I was just thinking.
But it's true, especially for a man. Because our society is, for men, it's very important to be accomplished, to be rich, and that's how they measure their respect for themselves and importance, in the world. Mm-hmm. For women, it's a little bit different, For women, it's probably mostly how you look.
Yes,
right?
Yes. I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
You know, Dr. Brookh, I'm going to ask this question because it's kind of interesting, and I want to tackle it from two sides. So, Dr. Brookh, I'm going to ask you this, and Julie will chime in on it. When you go to choose someone to date or marry, what are you looking for? What's important to you? Dr. Brookh, you there? Okay, she might be on mute. Okay. Mm-hmm. Julia, for yourself, what's important in choosing someone to have a relationship with, to date or to marry?
For me, the most important, personally, it's what kind of person it is. Is he kind person? Mm-hmm. Also, if he's intelligent. If we have a similar interest.
Okay.
And of course he has to be successful for me because I respect success. I want to learn from my partner. I want to learn. I don't want to teach my partner, because it's not sexy for me. I want to learn. I want to learn from the man, my boyfriend, my husband, And so I love intelligence in men. It's the most sexiest thing ever.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Seriously. I'm hearing from you, Julia. That is a hell of a lot of honesty.
Yes, it's true. For me, like look, it's not important.
Right.
Not important at all because look, it will fade in time. It means like that you will not even notice if this person is beautiful or not, or ugly or not. If you love this person, you see beauty, right? And vice versa. If she's beautiful and you fall in love with her for her beauty and she's beautiful, but then you discover that inside she's really bitter and ugly person inside, then you don't even notice her beauty anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. I've experienced that.
Right. Exactly. So a lot of girls, for example, women, they do a mistake to go for the look, for the feeling of the sexy feeling, for the chemistry.
Yeah, like Miami.
But actually, this is and exactly, and so and that's the wrong way to go. Because that's not love, that's lust. And you can't love a person from the minute you met this person. So you need time to discover who this person is. Do you actually like this person? Do you have anything in common with this person,
Now you brought up something very interesting. I think you should talk about the difference between love and lust. I think those kind of get cloudy.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people are confused about it.
Yeah, because you could want something from that woman. I mean, you might see, bra positioned a certain way, and you might confuse that with love, and you're going to keep after it until you get it what you want. You know what I mean? Then the person gets what they want, then they're confused afterward. You know what I mean? It's like
exactly.
I always tell ladies, I said, look, if you're dealing with someone and if you're intimate with that person, as soon as the person does whatever they're doing, then you hit them with the question, okay, now what?
Exactly. And then it's nothing to link you together. It's nothing. There's only sex. And then you discover, wait a minute, I don't even like this person. Who is this person? And you're not even interested. As a man, you're not even interested to find out because you got what you want. And next.
A thought just came to mind, Julia, when you're speaking. And believe me, I got a lot of crazy thoughts, So it seems
Tell me all of them.
Okay, so it seems like lust will turn a person into a hunter. And then love will turn a person into a giver, a sharing person. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. That's great. Beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
I just thought of that, It's kind of,
genius thought. I love how you said it. It's so true. Right?
Yeah, because sometimes when I'm at Starbucks, I see people looking around and I think they're hunters,
Yeah.
Lusting. I mean,
Yeah. But especially men, right?
Yes.
You're talking about girls too.
Well, yeah, I mean, girls are more the hunters when they see assets like cars and shiny rims and big houses, and jewelry, you know what I mean, and office space, and a title, you know what I mean.
Right.
Then they become hunters, you know what I mean?
But you know what? Actually, we cannot judge them so hard. You know why? Because essentially, deep down inside, why they do it, they don't even know why. They think it's for the wrong reason, for the like status, for the money, for everything. But in reality, deep down inside, in subconscious, why they're hiding for the best man? Because they subconscious, like animal, like a female. Knows that I need to get the best man, the most strongest man from the tribe, so he can provide safety for me. He can provide food for me and for my children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's where all this coming from, because we're not providers. Female, historically, we're not providers. We are the women of the house, of the family. We create family. We create children. We're caring for the house, for the people in the house, for the family. And so we need the resources for this. We need safety. We need protection, and that's why females are going and looking for the biggest, the strongest, the man. Before in antiquity it was, But now it's there's no physical danger anymore in the society. We're kind of safe, so it's transferred to the status and money.
Okay, so
because she doesn't want to. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me throw you a curveball, okay? So, I got a lot of funny thoughts, Tell me. So how does it work then let's cover a female gay relationship in those roles and then a male, gay relationship. How do they work out those roles, you think? The same?
I think the same, yeah. The one who feels more feminine, more softer, he just play role of the women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the other one who is more masculine, more harder, stronger, he's a provider.
Mm-hmm. So,
what do you think?
Yeah. I have no experience in the same sex area, but, I could see how it can be across the board the same, you know what I mean? I want to clarify that. I don't have any experience.
You're so funny.
I just being honest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'll be getting tagged in PM. Hey, pal,
Right.
But, okay, so let's talk about, because some people, I had a woman get mad at me. I dated her for a long time, and one day she got pissed off at me. She said, well, you don't have any intention of ever marrying me? I went, well, geez, half the time I'm with you, you're going through a divorce. I didn't know you wanted to get married, So
Right.
What do you think the duration time for someone to date someone before they make a commitment to them? And I think one of the biggest problems in relationships is when I was growing up, if you like someone, eventually you ask them, will you be my girl? You be my, blah, blah, blah. Or you gave them your jacket or a ring or, a necklace or something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And now I see there's an assumption that happens. So you're together, you have a couple of dates, so people assume things. You know that word, ASS, you and me, ass out of you and me, right? and it's not until somebody screws up that you find out where you were. So let's say you're dating, went out with this girl a couple of times, you're out for steak and lobster, you had the top down, you drove her around, she feels real comfortable with you. And then 2 weeks later, you just happen to be with someone else out and about, she finds out about it, and then she blows up on you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she says, wait, I thought we were dating, blah, 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 blah. So I think the biggest thing is people don't ask those questions anymore. I think the communication in relationships don't exist anymore. There's too much assumption because I think they don't want to talk about their feelings for fear of getting hurt or getting rejected. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Oh, you're absolutely right. Absolutely. Yeah. The communication is really bad. Everybody's so scared of being honest and be vulnerable. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And so I think my theory is when you meet somebody and you like it, you like this person, don't have sex for at least a month. Because during this month,
wow, that's a big one.
I know.
Explain that one.
Yeah, that's how I did it, and I had always really, really great relationships. And now I'm married for more than 15 years, very successfully, and loving relationship with respect, love, and tenderness. So why my theory is like that? Maybe it doesn't work for everybody, but I think if you really think about it, it makes sense. Because if you don't give up sex, and you have a whole month, go out, get to know each other, get to know what you like, what you don't like, what's your ambitions, what your plans for life. Are you really even interested in a relationship, or you just a player? Yeah. Are you interested to eventually get married and have children, or not at all? Are you interested in even living in this zip code or not? Right? Maybe your plans is like, tomorrow I'm leaving for Africa, And so in this month, because it's a sexual tension is growing, in between you. First of all, it's the most beautiful feeling when you have this sexual tension, and this is like a glue to you two. It's a glue, and you feel this excitement, this the desire for each other, and this desire transfer also to the other areas of the relationship to get to know each other better. Your interest grows to each other, and you really, really get to know each other.
Yeah, what's interesting is it's amazing how the relationship can change as soon as you're intimate with someone and either person climaxes. You know what I mean?
You're not interested anymore.
That quickly.
That instinct. Yes, exactly. It's because you don't know
funny.
This person. I know. And it's bad actually, not only for girls, but for guys too. Because like this, you can never allow yourself to go into the intimate, beautiful relationship. Because you have sex, next, and then you don't allow yourself even to go deeper into the intimacy, into the sexual feeling, the sweetness of this desire. Because nowadays, sex is so available. It's so easy. You don't never feel this, like this feeling of like wanting somebody so much. We deprive ourselves from this. Isn't it beautiful, this feeling?
Yeah, what's interesting too is
rare.
Is usually a lot of gentlemen, at least from the older generation, they don't want a too experienced woman. You know what I mean? The woman has way more experience than the gentleman. I think that scares a lot of them, So some women try to play down their experience, which is kind of interesting. A gentleman was talking to me about this just the other day. He says, I'm older now. I can't do all these things I used to do, and I don't want to be confronted with what I used to do. I can't do anymore. You know what I mean? I said, wow, that's a pretty interesting concept. I have to give that some thought,
I know, yeah. No, it shows that this man is it's kind of like stuck in the old paradigm that a woman has to be saint, like Madonna, and they don't understand true meaning of the sexuality and like enjoyment. It's not about fool, she's a slut or something. Oh, I'm sorry, maybe it's a bad word for the show, but like
that word makes sense.
Yeah. But this is just his own, personal mental blocks. That he has inside, and and it doesn't allow him to see that person, the girl, just sexual being as much as the man too.
Hey,
Julie. What? Are we going to get into sexual?
No, I'm going to say something here. You know what the most scariest thing is? I tell you, in relationships, I'm going to tell you. Is when somebody's with another person and they know that they don't deserve them, and each day they're waking up realizing when they're going to realize, that they don't belong where they are in the relationship. So they just go along with it. You know what I mean? And this comedian, Chris Rock, said something one time, he said, you ever just catch your woman just staring at you for no good reason? You're sitting there at the table, she's just staring at you. He says, you got any idea why she's just staring at you? He goes, she's staring at you because what? You were not her first choice. And, I laughed so hard when he said that. You know what I mean? I said, you know what? That is very interesting, because there are compromises in a relationship, And, look, I don't want to compromise. I mean, I ask the hard questions like, hey, if I get sick, are you going to be able to take care of me? And I wait for the face reaction and the response. And it's not favorable. I got Michael Jackson. I'm doing a moonwalk. I'm heading out,
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of stress. That's a lot of stress on somebody to ask them that.
Yeah, you have a lot of camouflage. But also, Julie, remember, I believe this about most people today. You're not meeting them. You're meeting their representative,
Right.
So you got to get past the rep.
Right.
You got to get past the rep.
It's true, though. Yeah.
You got to drug the rep to get to the real person. Sometimes that's done with alcohol. Sometimes it's done with cars and trips. You know what I mean? You got to drug. You got to get the rep out of the way.
Exactly. You answer actually your own question. That's why I propose 1 month no sex, because in that 1 month you get to know this person so much more. So much better, and this sex energy will glue you together, right? And so you're still interested in her, and she is interested in you, and you go on, and you're getting more and more interested, or not. Or you discover, oh, wait a minute, this person is not for me. And so before you get into it, before any feelings get hurt, you just get out of this relationship. And that's it. You don't waste your time, your heart break, right? Yeah.
Well, somebody a long time ago said something so brilliant, and I've always kept it. It was sex makes you stupid. And the reason that sex makes you stupid is because if you're in a long-term relationship, there's sometimes you're just going to be angry at the other person, or you're not going to feel like enough. Like there's things that we just feel as human beings. But when we have sex, it feels good. We forget about all the stupid things that they did or what we don't love about them. All of a sudden we're all back in love with them, and it is true. Like I have 25 years of marriage going on here, and I like it when sex makes us stupid because we just forget about all that stuff that doesn't really matter, but that we focus so much on. But I was in Florida this weekend, and I love everything you're talking about, by the way.
Thank you.
I had like 20 minutes to sit at the pool. I was doing seminars. And so I was sitting by the pool, and this young couple sits beside me, and we start talking. And one of the girls says, it was a lesbian couple. So one of the girls says, when the other one walks away, she goes, how long have you been married? And I said, 25 years. She says, what is your secret? And I said, well, don't be an asshole. That is a number one tool that you can always use. But I also said, we developed a really close friendship. We did not live in the same state. So what you're saying about no sex at first, we couldn't. We were not together. But we wrote letters to each other. We did drawings for each other, which were hilarious.
Exactly.
He did finger paints on unmentionables and send them to me, and I never laughed so hard, but I still have it. So
I love it.
If we don't have time to connect without becoming stupid about, like, sex makes us stupid, we just don't get that connection.
Exactly.
And I think that's one of the things that we really did right, but it's so easy because it feels so good. We just go straight into that. But there's a lot of prep work that you should be doing first.
Well, there's a saying from this rap song, it's called Friends from Houdini. And there's a line in there that says, everything just came to an end because we became lovers before we were friends.
Exactly.
So sometimes I may like a person, but I'll be a friend first. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Exactly.
And check it all out. Zone. I mean, I remember I went to this girl's house one time. I got there early, and she like, come in. I'm telling you, she was getting ready. She didn't have an empty space on her counter anywhere. Her place was so disorganized and everything. I told her I had to go to the car and grab something, and I left.
Oh, man.
Right.
I started up my car and rolled right out,
Wow.
Yeah, certain things I can't take, I just can't take,
Exactly. Yeah. But we all agree in that one. But how about to start your relationship? Yeah. With the relationship, to analyze the relationship to yourself. Do you love yourself or not? Because if you love yourself, if you respect, then everybody respect, and he will or she will respect you too. The same, 100%. Because they are mirror of us, right?
We always get what we need, whether it's
there's certain things that I just, for me, I just, I can't do. You know what I mean? It's like if a woman smokes, I can't do it. I can't date her. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If she drinks a lot, I can't date her. You know what I mean? I can't do it.
Exactly.
There's certain things that just will not align with me. Yeah, that will bother me. And I'm the kind of person where these things will stay on my mind, And there's just certain things that, you just shouldn't compromise. No matter what your lustful mind might tell you,
It's so hard,
exactly.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It is. And also, what else is very important, before you start your relationship, just analyze what was your ex-relationships were. How the people treated you. Did they love you? Did they leave you? Yeah. And you can
Did
find
they cheat on you?
Right.
Cheat on you, yeah. They were abusers or not. You were a savior of the relationships of this person, yeah. Or you were too needy, too controlling, too jealous, yeah. And you will find out the pattern, because we all have a pattern.
There's a saying called Captain Save-A-Ho. You can't be that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it.
But you can't also be the guy that nobody wants to break up with because they think you're going to commit suicide. Like there's all kinds of people out there. There's all kinds of people out there.
That's a good point, Doc. Because some guys will break down on you just like a woman will.
We're all so different. We're also different.
Yeah.
In the weight loss industry, it's amazing that no programs really deal with the psychology, because that's why I do. Because it's so funny. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We have to. You have to. It's the physiology and then the physical things we do to our body. But if we do not hit the psychology, it's impossible to lose weight because of what we were just talking about. Like we have patterns and they've worked for us, even if it's negative patterns, right? Like they work for us, and losing weight. I said earlier, I've never seen people so interested in how their body works. and it's because it's like our spirit.
Because they don't know.
They don't. And their body is like not losing weight. And they'll be like, well, I only cheated, I only drank alcohol on Saturday. And I'm like, well, that's not on the program. That's not on the program. But they're like, well, I really needed it. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's walk through that. Mm-hmm. Why? What stress was creating that? Because in relationships, that's their relationships, with the things that bring us down, bring our relationships down too. There's so many things involved. I love talking about these things.
But you know what they don't realize
because we're
when they cheat
complex.
Like that? You know what they don't realize when they cheat like that is they're created a subconscious stress. So by them going off script, they're already agitated, and they don't know why, but it's there.
Exactly.
They haven't identified it, and that's what's terrible.
Well, and then we wish that it would be, it's just like what we're talking about. Honestly, this is so amazing how it's all fitting together. Because if you go off the program like 3 days ago, 3 days later, you still feel like crap and you don't know why, because you're like, but I got right back on the program. I was good again. But your body is still physiologically going through that. Like if you have a big fight or you're like really toxic, don't think that ends when you walk out the door. That's affected, right? Yeah. It's affected everybody. The person you just fought with, the people who can hear you through the walls. Like it's on like Maya Angelou used to say, words are like things, they stick on the walls. And so when somebody was talking inappropriately in her home, she's like, you can take that outside. That is not sticking on my walls. Ooh, she's right.
All right. All right. So let's take a commercial break here. If you're just tuning in, this is the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We're talking about relationships. Our guest is Julie Vassina, and she's bringing the truth like no other. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Hey there, Detox Jenny here. Is your digestion poor, painful, or just plain stuck? If so, please consider doing a short 3 to 10 day juice cleanse with my company, Earthly Juices. You can visit us at bringmejuice.com. You will be surprised what a difference a short cleanse can make within your body and your overall well-being. Our organic farm-to-table juice cleanses are handcrafted to exclude your allergies and geared towards solving your health issues. Call 310-404-6804 and mention this show and receive a free quart of juice with your first order. You can also find us at www.bringmejuice.com. Or you could write us your detox questions at earthlyjuices@gmail.com. We can't wait to bring that juice to your doorstep.
I tell myself again and again, I'm happy about my favorite juice from Jen. I tell myself again and again, well, Earthly Juices, they make the best juice cleanse.
Hi, this is Dr. Nathan Rabb Jr., host of The Natural Way, which you can hear live on InnerLightRadio.com every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On The Natural Way, you will learn about alternative strategies to common medical practices to overcome some of the most common physical and mental maladies in the world today. The program is a live call-in show, so you can engage me by calling 310-928-7733 with your health-related questions. For private consultations, please call my office. That's at 310-419-4372. You can also reach me on the web at Dr. Dr. Nathan, Nathan, Rabb, Rabb.com. Be sure to tune in to The Natural Way every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific and 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, live on InnerLightRadio.com, the healing frequency. I'm Dr. Nathan Rabb. We see you on the air. Peace.
Historically, our ancestors lived 100% organic and natural, simply grazing off the green earth with fresh fruits and vegetables and blue oceans filled with seafood. Allowing your mind, body, and soul to be naturally healthy is how we were meant to live during this journey of our lives. We invite you to visit The Lifestyle Store. Once again, The Lifestyle Store, for all of your family's health and wellness needs. Simply click on The Lifestyle Store at www.createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Once again, www.createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Keep this in mind. Health is the new wealth. All right, we are back. Relationship. That's where it gets tossed around. You have a working relationship. You got a personal relationship. You got a family relationship. Relationship gets thrown all over the map, that term. I guess you got to get back to saying lovers if you want to identify something with somebody, huh? I think that might be the way to identify if you're dating someone. Oh, that's my lover. It used to have a certain connotation to it, but maybe we got to get back to using terms like that. So no one's confused. Okay. All right. So, Julia, let's talk about marriage, okay? How does one stay happily married? Because we got to use this last time we have very wisely. People want to get an idea about that because some people have just been crushed during the pandemic.
Yes, marriage. Like Doctor said earlier, that the most important is to be friends, right? Yeah, and so first is the most important is to choose the right person, right? When you choose the right person, it's already more likely you're already friends when you get into the marriage, and then the relationship just gonna become even more close. You become like one unit. And so you're caring for each other a lot, much more than just a girlfriend and boyfriend relationship, and respect each other. Think about other person. Of course, think about yourself too, because you cannot love other person if you don't love yourself, because you don't know what it is, how to give the love. You cannot give somebody what you don't have. So don't forget about yourself. Develop yourself. Make yourself happy. Because you cannot be happy with somebody if you're not happy with yourself. So that's
a challenging thing because like 25 years ago, I was a completely different person than I am today, and so is he. Like we're always changing and. I mean, I guess I'm glad. So I married a messy. And I am not a messy. But I had written out a list. Actually, this was a Florida thing. I went to Florida on a different seminar, 25 years ago, and wrote down all of my. Even wrote. I wanted big calves. I think that's really sexy. And so I wrote all those things. And
that's a good one.
Right. He has big calves. I won.
Julia knows something about that.
That's the real secret all these years. It's big calves.
So fun.
But you know what they say about big calves?
I never heard.
Just kidding. But anyway, we digress or not.
Midwestern.
But, right. But it's so, I don't know. Like I feel like I'm always trying to be my best person and I fail a lot at it, right? Because we're always learning and we're just human. But picking the right person, I don't even know what that would be because I was divorced before. So I do know about picking the wrong person. But we've just changed so much. Maybe it's like the person we pick needs to have the grace to know that we're not perfect and for me to not expect that. I don't know. What do you think of that?
I totally agree. Yes, everybody in relationship develop themselves. I mean, changing and adapting to other person. And for me, for example, this relationship was the biggest. All my relationship were like the biggest challenge in sense of that I transform. I saw, for example, in one boyfriend, the same trait that I had. For example, I'm stubborn, yeah. And I saw how ugly it is, yeah.
Right.
How stupid it is. And I was like, oh, shoot, I'm never going to be that. And I decided to change.
So you ran.
But
No, I changed. I ran out later, yeah. And like this, it's like because we are attracting the mirror of ourselves in that particular moment, right?
Yes,
and so we don't notice our faults in ourselves, but in other person, whatever it irritates you the most likely like you have it. Yeah.
Right.
And, right. And I started noticing, oh, wait a minute. He's just like me. Oh my God. It's not good. I don't want to be like that. And I change there. I change here. I change a lot, become better person. Yeah. Because of them. So, and another thing, you can pick up from your partner is, the trait that you don't have. For example, person, let's say, abuser, yeah, and you're not abuser, of course, yeah, and so you are victim. So you realize that you don't have the abuser traits, but you have a victimization inside.
Right.
Probably happened from the childhood as usual, yeah. So you have to work on that too. So it's almost like your own personal psychologist.
It is.
If you really notice. Yeah, like this person is your personal psychologist. It's your subconscious or something trying to show you in which area you have to change if you don't like it.
We get exactly what we need. The more I live, the more I'm convinced that it's true. Because even in my or when I get I'm like, why did I attract that person? Well, if I look at it, I actually can figure it out.
I think one of the hardest things is for a person to date someone in the profession, like dating a therapist or something. You know, I think that could be very rough.
I know my husband.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
My husband always said, "Stop analyzing me. Stop analyzing me." But I said, but that's how it make a relationship make better. Because if we're not conscious, nothing change. It'll only exaggerate more and more, right?
But we're like still humans though, because I just talked with a patient who is a medical doctor, and we know all these things, but yet you just don't do it in your own life. Like it seems like we become these things because we need those things. So I'm sure it's the same for psychology and all the things. Like we need more psychology, so we go into that because we're so interested by it. It just
exactly. We go there because we need to heal ourselves.
Exactly. Like I think we get exactly what we need. See, there it is again.
Exactly. Yeah. It's very interesting. I love a relationship. I was interested in relationship from the early teens. I remember my mom was a kind of like sage. She was a relationship guru among her girlfriends, and and they would come often in our house and ask for advice. Relationship, and she would give them the best advices. She was really psychological naturally, and so I would sit there for hours and listen. I was so interested, and I decided that I want to be the best wife ever. And so I learned so much. I went to many schools and classes and courses about relationship. I read a lot of books, and I have like 2 marriages before, brief, but still marriages, and and so it was a good relationship. I never had like abusive relationship, of course. They all were good people, but was not. I never wanted to get married like they wanted. So I said, okay. But this is, for example, the first relationship that I really wanted to get married, and. But I learned so much from this. And if we're really conscious, we don't even need to go anywhere to psychologists. And just to notice, like, okay, what irritates me the most? What I don't like about it? What I like about this person, I can learn, right? Agreed. So it's really great. Yep. I love it so much.
It's so nice because I don't need to blame my husband for the crap that goes on in our life. Like, I can be like, oh, you know what? I bet I have some responsibility in this.
Exactly. Oh my God, you're so good at it.
And he's not
so wise.
He's not my doctor. Like, he doesn't want to be trying to diagnose me. Like, He just wants to. So if I stop, we do have this agreement. Probably, I don't know, 15 years ago, probably came up, and I said, I don't want you to solve my problems, but I do want to kind of talk sometimes, and because our life was always so busy, I didn't always have time for a lot of girlfriends. But I said, all you have to do is tell me, honey, everything's going to be okay, and I promise I won't think you're condescending to me. Just say that. And I even last night I said to him, okay, tell me, and he goes, everything's all right. I'm like, thank you. That's all I need.
I love it. Me too, actually. Me too. Especially
that's why you look so happy in those Facebook posts.
There you go. Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Well, we're still little girls inside.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Little boys. Yeah.
Julia, take this opportunity to give out your contact information or in your websites or your Facebook pages, whatever you'd like to do to share with individuals that'd like to contact you.
Oh, yes. I have a website, healthyimage.solutions. I have a
say it all twice, Julia. Say it all twice so that
healthyimage.solutions. In the S in the end, and I have a healthy image in my the page in the Facebook, and also personal Julia Vassina page on both medias. Yeah, the Instagram and Facebook, and also I have the YouTube channel too, where I put some videos about health and longevity.
That's great.
And yeah. So thank you so much for inviting me to this podcast. I really enjoyed talking to you. It was so much fun. There's so
many little pieces. It's great that we don't have a script or anything, because you just never know where it's going to go, right? Because this is
I know, spontaneous.
Yes.
Yeah, the only thing I see in the future for you, Julia, is to be ordained so you can marry people. That's the only credential you don't have.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. I would love to. Actually,
the justice of the peace.
Exactly.
It's easy to do.
I wanted to do to organize the agency to how to meet people, how to marry people. Yeah. I really wanted to do it dating, but a real one.
Matchmaker.
Huh?
It sounds like your
matchmaker.
Yeah, yeah.
I know. I think it would be so interesting. I love it.
Well, in Miami, I was watching the program, was it CSI Miami or something like that?
Yeah.
And so they had an agency where the girl went out and pretended to be the guy's friend and would friend the girl and bring the girl over to the guy.
I actually did it many times to my friends.
That was a thriving business.
Yeah.
Do it for good.
Oh my God, I knew exactly what to say. It's just so funny, and everybody got so interested, because if a pretty girl go and pick up another girl for his friend, everybody go. Everybody went. Everybody was like, oh, really? Okay. And everybody's interested all of a sudden. I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
We just say to my son, ask the girl you want to ask out, because, and he's like, well, I could never ask her out. We're like, nobody ever asks the pretty girl, because they all think that she's out of your league. Maybe she's just really nice and you just really want to get to know her, but just her looks are attracting you, but go ahead and ask her out. So
exactly.
You did well with that.
Exactly. And pretty girls, they all love confidence.
Yes.
Confidence. It doesn't matter how the guys look. If he has a confidence, that's the most important. That's the sexiest thing ever.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But girls,
not arrogant.
Too, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, not arrogant, but just confident and being into her.
Yes.
Into her, but confident. I'm the best, and I don't have to even tell you, because I feel like this.
Right?
Yeah, you got to be able to snap your finger and move your head around and go, oh, no, you didn't.
No, that's it's a joke.
Exactly. But when a person is really confident, he is never cocky or snobby. Because he feels inside so confident, so sexy or intelligent or beautiful or whatever that he doesn't even talk about it. He don't have to.
Nope. And
because
so much.
You already feel. And people feel around. People transfer to other people this feeling of yourself. That's why I talk 100%. About, right? That's why I was talking in the beginning about loving yourself, because if you love yourself, you will never attract abusers. You will never attract people who will hurt you or who will not love you. This feeling of love that you have for yourself, it will transfer to others, and everybody will love you. Doesn't matter romantically or otherwise.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I got to make sure I go hang out with you, Julia. I'm going to be successful.
Yes.
I love it. That one I like, Julia. Okay. I'm going to head you.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going to
agree with
put your
that.
feet next to the Porsche and Ferrari. I'll give you all the collateral.
Perfect. Let's do it.
From the next car.
Be a portfolio.
My husband would say, no sport cars in our life. He only fits in a truck.
Exactly.
Right. So, listen, thanks for coming on today, Julia. It's been a great show. We have to close up. I want to thank you for coming on. Dr. Brookh, always a great show. Listen, we want you all to have a great week out there. Hopefully you got a chance to peek into some of the mindset of relationships. Hopefully you obtained something today that you'll be able to laugh at or use, or share with somebody. Want you to have a great week out there. We'll see you next week here on the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. Take care now.
Peace and love.
Thank you for joining us on the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We are a globally hosted show dedicated to sharing holistic lifestyle events, practitioners, products and services, and useful information. Visit our website, createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Once again, createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Of course, our Facebook page is Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We will see you next week.
Namaste.